What's going on, guys? Larry was here with Ryan. We are here back at Benone's Best Buy Benone's Buy for an update. So it's been how many weeks or months since
eight and a half weeks, nearly 9 weeks now. Yeah.
Over 2 months, okay. We're basically going to update you and also show you how Ryan has been getting on since the injury and surgery. A one-arm workout.
Yep.
All right. Are you still able to stay fit despite having
Trying.
a bit of a handicap? No, you are. You're still in good shape, and you've still been in the train, what, 3-4 days a week?
A little, yeah. I mean, a little bit more. I'm just trying to keep myself busy in terms of mentally and trying to keep my body still performing some sort of exercise. Obviously not as hard as it was before, but just trying to do a little bit on little different bits of muscle groups and some legs. Obviously, I've been training legs like 3-4 times a week because I still can't obviously train them that hard. But like just putting blood in and out, get a good pump feels good.
Yeah, for sure. Keeps you sane, getting a pump.
Absolutely.
And we're going to start off with the incline bench today. That's why we're doing the intro right next to incline bench. You've been doing a lot of physio, right? So you're ready for the incline bench?
Yeah. Just
the same one where you tore your back.
I'm going to use a toothpick instead of that bar.
Yeah, we got Q-tips too, whichever you prefer.
That's a bit too heavy, I think.
All right, but on a serious note, we are going to incline bench, so let's get to it. Yes.
All you, man, come on.
Let's go, all you, let's go.
Push, baby.
That's one.
Let's go.
Come on.
Nice. All right.
Come on. Push. Come on.
Yep.
Yes, right.
No problem. Yes.
All you, man, come on.
Let's go, all you, let's go.
Push, baby.
That's one.
Let's go.
Come on.
Nice. All right.
Come on. Push. Come on.
Yep.
Yes, right.
No problem.
I did. Just for you.
So when you do a one-arm pec deck, do you feel the stretch in your other pec out all of it? Or
That's why I just try to sit to the side. It's very scary, though. I constantly feel like, I'm no joke, I'm like Megan, I think I'm tearing my left pec, even when I'm walking around the mall or something. It's so like embedded in my head. I just feel like that sensation. If I try and think about it too much, I want to know, does the rest of my body look worse or better than you thought I would look like 2 weeks into this? Live on camera reaction.
it looks better. It looked better than I thought it would. I thought you would have gotten more fat.
I'm still 295 pounds.
295.
Yeah. So since I actually got my arm out of the sling, I got down to 281, and I put the weight back on since I've had my arm out of the sling. How crazy is that?
Yeah.
I haven't done anything apart from start moving my arm. It's really weird, isn't it?
You really have a big frame.
It's like saying that there's like so much glycogen in the arm. I know obviously it's not big now and it's still a lot smaller, but it definitely is much bigger than it was when it was in the sling.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
It really like shriveled up like a raisin.
Like within days as well.
And now it
Happened
doesn't
quickly.
look so much like a raisin.
But the muscle itself looks the same. I don't see a big difference from left and right back right now.
I'll show you in a minute. To be fair, you did a very good job. The only thing is now it's shrinking more than it was. Like it looks much better before. It's definitely getting smaller now.
As long as it's not a big difference. I don't see a big difference, do you?
It really is, like here, but the original, like, I thought there would be a hole in it. I have no hole.
I really see the difference here. Maybe.
See?
Yeah, and I don't see any crater or hole.
No, definitely, I can't really contract it yet, but there's definitely no hole. The only thing I'm going to have is this, like, little gap there,
There,
But
in the armpit.
and I've got these, like, where the stretch marks have, like, shrunk up. I've got, like, this horrible,
Excess skin, yeah.
it looks like a vagina. The armpit
Each their own.
vagina.
Some people feel like one.
But I do think that when the muscle grows back, it will stretch the skin and it will tighten up. They do think that, so hopefully it does. This time though, we're definitely going to be careful. I am being careful. How did that front squat feel?
Not bad, actually. Scary, because you think it's going to
What's the most you've done before?
That was it.
What's the most you've done before that?
260. 260-ish.
Could you have got another rep? I think you could have.
Yeah, I could have got another rep deeper for sure.
It didn't look as hard as I thought it was going to look.
Yeah, but one rep maxes for me typically look that way, unless it's a deadlift. Like a heavy one rep max squat bench looked pretty smooth. You add 5 kg and
Yeah, true.
yes.
Where's the shoes? I want to see the new shoes.
Bro, these are deadlift shoes.
Oh,
Yeah, they're not training shoes. So people have been looking at the shoes thinking, as you
I've
thought.
been waiting for my PR pair of shoes. Still haven't arrived.
Well, when you can deadlift, you can get the shoes. You can do one-arm deadlifts. Actually, you can do no-arm deadlifts.
That's true.
They have a strap.
On it,
Ah, you don't know about the strap.
What do you mean?
There is a strap you wrap around your traps, and you literally don't use your arms at all to deadlift.
That's the secret to getting huge with a pec test.
Right.
Or any upper body injury, aside from back. If it's an arm injury, bicep tear,
Are you being
pec tear.
serious?
Yes, I'm being serious.
Have you used it when you're
Yeah, and I
injured?
pulled like 400 something kg with it.
So it makes you stronger.
No, so you can adjust it. You can have it. You can have the lift from here, or you can have the lift from here. It's
So it's kind
adjustable.
of more like a squat.
Not quite. No, it's still deadlift. Because you still have to pick it up like this. The only difference is where your arms are.
Do I have to have my arm there? 'Cause I can't do that. I
No,
can only really have it like that.
you have it in the sling.
Yeah, I do.
Put it in the sling and then hold it with just one arm. Because people with one arm use it as well.
Oh, really?
People with only one arm use it.
Wow.
And also no arms. Yes.
So, I can kind of use this fly, and I've been doing presses with it.
Okay.
It actually feels really nice.
Look kind of difficult as well.
It's actually really nice. Even if I didn't have one arm, it's a good exercise to do. Stack.
Not quite. Not quite there. It's a good stack. It's heavy.
One day I'll be back.
One day.
Always is. Let's go, come on. Squeeze. Come on. Let's go. So, in terms of actually training the chest, this exercise is very good because the actual mechanics of the chest kind of come across the body too. So, actually, like instead of it coming out there, it's coming across the body. It's a really good contraction, so it's really nice.
Still hard. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Come on. Squeeze. Nice. Yes. Come on. Let's go. Squeeze. Come on.
Very heavy stack. And that wasn't even the whole stack.
No, wow.
Still warming up.
He's still hard.
That's the warm-up set.
Fucking chest still looks big. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
It's not a very significant, it's a very subtle difference. Which is astonishing because you haven't trained that right side of your body for anything. Yeah, it's only lost minimal size. Very.
I didn't perform the side chest today.
Yeah, it's really it's not bad, dude. Honestly,
It is really bad.
it's not. No. Yeah, that's the thing. This size isn't pumped out. That size pumped, bro.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, we're not bullshitting.
My physio, he went away for 3 weeks, came back, walks in the room, I take my shirt off, he goes, and I was like, what? He was like, dude, you've lost so much muscle. I was like, thanks.
You know what? He can
I
kick
can't
that 2
believe
weeks,
it.
not come back. Don't come back.
I couldn't believe
Don't
it.
come back.
I was like, wow.
You have not.
Especially he's an athlete specialist fucking physio. I thought he was going to be like trying to pick me up, but no. He looks small.
You're still 295. Ryan's still 295. Yes, you lost muscle, but mostly you lost a lot of water weight.
Yeah.
You know, you lost a lot of water weight, at least 20 pounds of water retention. You know, you're not eating as much as you were.
And it's hard, isn't it? Because like when I don't look at, I wear glasses. I can't see without glasses on my physique. So when I'm training now, I barely wear my glasses because I don't want to see what I look like. Because it really does get to me. But I know that I'm strong, and I think realistically, I think most of the weight I've lost probably is from this side of my body.
And water retention, for sure.
Yeah, but I don't really know how much I've lost from my legs, how much I've lost from this side of my body. You know, like obviously I'm still training it, but not nowhere near as hard. You know, so it's interesting to see like how just this injury affects the rest of my body as well. You know, because there'll be something to look back on and go, okay, I lost this much. You know, right now it's hard to understand that. I think.
Especially, as you said, you don't want to get a real close good look at yourself because you're not happy with what you see. Yeah.
I keep thinking like I want to take some like check-in progress photos, but
It's kind of like ignorance is bliss. If you don't see it, it's not as bad.
it's literally right.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Apart from the injury actually affecting me in terms of like what I can do day to day at the gym and mentally, like I've spoken about before, it's the little things like when I go to the mall or I go out, like completely not being big-headed, but most places I'd go somewhere before, everyone would be like, fucking hell, bro, you're huge. Or like, wow, you're big, you know, like no one says it now. Since the injury, no one has said that to me. And I'm like, whoa. Like that's the big thing, I've really noticed that. Really, it's really fucked me up. Like everywhere I'd go, someone would say something, now no one said anything about like, oh, you're big, man, like anything like that. And that's like the biggest thing. I'm like,
Oh.
seriously, like really.
You're still big. See,
Yeah, but I don't feel it at all.
Better to compare him with me, he's only 280 and also big, and you're still bigger.
yeah, you
You're
are.
still taller.
Exactly.
You're still heavier. So you're in your own head about it, and likely people, dude, everyone knows you now. All right, so they see you, maybe they feel awkward coming up to you and saying anything at all because they don't know what headspace you're in. So it's a bit, you know, when they know you went through something so traumatic,
Exactly.
maybe they want to disturb you. They don't know where you're at, so
Do you know what?
it's a bit more.
I didn't actually think about that.
It's different, you know.
Kind
It's
of,
different.
isn't it? It's like even if they said they came up to me and said, "Oh, you look big, man," I might think they're taking the piss, you know, or something. Maybe you're right, but I still think it's still effective. It's something so weird, though, isn't it? Like,
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I mean, look, if you do a big cut, you know, like you've gotten smaller, it's okay. But if you're trying to grow and people are saying you're getting smaller, you're like, wait, like it does get to you. I totally get it.
I know. Cool.
Yeah.
But
So I heard you tore your pec again. How'd that happen?
yeah, I did. But a lot of people seem to think I did it training, but I didn't. I was actually putting on a vest top. I said I did post about it, and I said that I was getting dressed. Everyone was like, well, you're in Dubai, so why are you not wearing a vest top? I was actually wearing a vest top, and I was putting a vest top on. But what actually happened is I got my thumb caught like this when I was trying to take it off, and I just went, and it was disgusting. It went black like instantly, and I was screaming, and I started punching the cabinet. And I was like, Megan, I've tore it. She's like, stop being so stupid. I was like, no, I can feel it. And she was like, no, you haven't. Anyway, so I actually did. Originally, I tore it from the bone and the tendon, and this time I tore 35% of the muscle from the tendon, which is kind of annoying, obviously, but not as bad as it could have been. You know, I could have completely tore it off again, considering the anchors in the bone were very, very weak, and it could have been in surgery again, but I didn't. But it's just one of the, man, I couldn't believe it, because I was being so careful with wearing the sling and not doing everything and all this sort of shit, and it was just something so simple, getting dressed. You know? I just couldn't believe it. It really did set me back. I was doing very well into my rehab. My arm was like up here, and I was doing all these exercises, and then I literally went straight back to like this, solid for like 2 weeks. I couldn't move it. It was agony again, and then it built up with like a big blister of the blood from the tear. And then it was getting so painful they had to cut it open, which is why I've still got this bandage on there, because they have to keep cutting it open every few days to let the blood out.
Every 2 days.
Yeah, I have to go back every 2 or 3 days and keep cutting it open, because it heals up, but then it's still painful, which means it's building up pressure inside. So it's just one thing after the next, you know. And it's really struggling me. Now I got something wrong with my toenail, and it's really infected. And
Do you actually?
yeah, yes, I do. And it really hurts. And I've also got a lump on the back of my head that really hurts too, but I don't know. Just don't think Dubai wants me here, to be honest.
Well,
So,
these
yeah.
problems wouldn't go away if you left Dubai.
Obviously now that the second tear was three weeks ago maybe, and now we're back to where we were, which is good. And the physio told me to now take my arm out of the sling and start trying to use like light bicep curls, tricep extensions, just trying to get the blood in the arm itself, contracting the muscles again, and it feels great. You know, I posted a few videos on it, and it feels really good. You know, like, and it's just pumped up straight away. But again, be very careful and staying naked, because it looks like getting clothes is causing me injuries.
The worst problems to have. All right. Well, what does it look like for full recovery from today? What's the doctor telling you?
It's a very hard question to answer, because I had stem cells in the pec, right? So it's supposed to multiply the healing time by a lot, like more than decrease it by half. So if I didn't have them, they were saying like another 6 months from now, but they think maybe I can be 75-80% in like 2 to 3 months from now.
Okay.
Which is great.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Again, it's all down to my own body and how I am supplementing, how my nutrition is, and how my body is actually reacting to the injury, right? But I'm hoping. I still want to get on stage this year. I really, really do. And I'm not going to be stupid, but I really want to compete this year. Even people are like, man, you're stupid, you lost muscle, you look smaller. But it's just one of those things in my head, you know, like I want to be able to put a physique on stage, and I know the first thing everyone's going to look at is my pec, and I want to be able to make it look good, you know. Like apart from obviously trying to get over this now, in my head I'm like, I want to be able to stand on stage and people go, do you know what? It looks fucking good, you know. Maybe I'm not going to push too hard for that, but in my heart, that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
So hopefully.
Understandably, you want to get back on stage, do what you do best.
Yeah, of course. I mean, what is there?
Yeah.
6 months left of the year? 7?
Yeah, not much time.
Not much time, but I do think maybe I could compete in November, December time. Obviously, it won't be my best package, but we'll see. I'm trying for it. So maybe
I
we'll
think
see.
people are already impressed with how it's holding up 2 months later. I think people are already saying like, wow, I was expecting a lot worse.
Yeah, of course.
As it is already 2 months past.
As you guys can see, I'm much further ahead than I should be, and this is because the specialists have been very aggressive with what they've been telling me to do, and the way I'm using it, you know, you're like, oh, you shouldn't be using it, should be laying at home, not doing anything. But this is the proof right now that this is not how you go about an injury like this. You need to be able to get blood in there. You need to be able to get nutrients in there. You need to be able to supplement that this muscle was torn, and you need to be able to help it reconnect. You know, so it's very important because they're very impressed with where I am compared to where I should be at, like you just said. You know, so it's very important. You've got to take it very seriously. If I was to relax and not concentrate on trying to get it back to 100%, I'd be much further behind than I am. So I don't think I've ever done a 20 kilo side raise in my life.
I'm sure you have.
No, legit. It's something I'm really not very strong on at all. So easy.
Deload week, you know. It's good. Yeah. Big time. I was going to say how it feels, but you're shaking, so it's a bit heavy.
It's not too heavy.
He doesn't fit.
Yeah, it's a bit tight for me.
But he was doing 5 plates in there. Yeah.
At least it looks shredded doing it.
Yeah, your arms are fit. Yeah. You've been dieting.
No, actually. Just eating healthier, but
Don't you hate that? No, I wasn't dieting. I'm eating whatever I want. I'm shredded. Say you hate him. Just say it.
I hate it.
Yeah.
What? You still eating those beef bowls? Or no?
I still am, yeah.
So what, just one less beef bowl or something?
Basically, yeah.
5% body fat and one less beef bowl.
I've only had one meal today so far. And it's
Yeah, me
4
too.
o'clock. Damn, toasts are really big. Honestly.
Got easier as soon as he said that.
Yeah, right. I believe you're stacking with one arm.
Yeah, when did I get so strong?
Can you not make it look so easy?
You need to try a little bit harder, but also less at the same time.
I tried that once before, mate. I couldn't keep up.
Very shaky on that arm. I wonder if there's anything to do with that.
It is.
Ability.
I'm shaking everything.
Even legs.
Yep. Do you know why?
No.
So, apart from obviously, I'm very shaky on this side because of obviously the injury, but they told me that obviously they want me to train this side, like I said, but because I'm obviously more muscle mass to this side of my body, my brain cannot understand why I'm so uneven. So it tries to contract and then tries to stabilize, but it's not even on either side, so it just shakes because the motor neurons of the muscle aren't really working as well as they should be. So it's really weird, isn't it? Like, I'm not shaking, but my brain can't contract this as well as it's used to because of the injuries kind of told it to hang off. You know what I mean?
Got you. Yeah. So like your body's in fight or flight mode, it won't let you push.
Just say I'm contracting this pec. It's nowhere near as hard as it would be if this hadn't happened. My brain is like scared to contract because of this. So it's like trying to get used to the movement patterns I used to do before, but like it's struggling, you know?
Yeah, very shaky and everything.
Yeah. It's really weird because I have it on legs too, right? I didn't do anything with my legs. And like, I'm doing a leg extension, I'm like this.
Most interesting in bed then.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's been a hard enough one arm anyway. So.
All right, guys, wrap up today's one-arm workout with Ryan. We did our best to catch you guys up since the injury happened a couple of months ago. We're about 8.5 to 9 weeks post-surgery. And also, after a second tear that happened while you were changing clothes. How unfortunate. But I've heard words. I've heard Eddie Hall losing the opportunity to go for, I think it was an actual clean press record because he stubbed his toe going into his mom's house. And he had to put his foot in a cast, like something like that. That's so ridiculous. But and always, sometimes injuries that happen outside the gym are just the dumbest way possible.
I know,
And it just sucks that it had happened when you're changing clothes, getting back. Only a couple of weeks.
Yeah, three weeks ago.
Only 3 weeks, and you're still ahead of schedule. And if your physio was here, he would advise you to do the exact same thing you're doing here, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so I know it's different, like seeing someone who just went through something so traumatic, being in the gym so early, but Ryan's only doing what his physio tells him to do. So,
yeah, like, I'm really not stupid. I wouldn't be doing anything that I didn't think was, one, helping me get better, or two, that I've been told to do. I know a lot of people seem to think it's the wrong thing to do, but I have the best people, maybe in the world, here in Dubai, telling me, advising me what to do, and obviously the second tear was my fault, but apart from that, I'm much further ahead than I should be, so what they're telling me to do is absolutely working, you know, so I'll keep doing it, obviously being careful, but it's the plan, you know, to get back as soon as I can, but careful.
absolutely. You're in good hands, as you said, in Dubai. You're in good hands. And hopefully 6 months from now, you'll be back on that same incline bench doing 5 reels again, right?
Never again.
Yes, never again. There's no need to.
At some point,
Yeah.
I will definitely get back to it, just
Not the way you approached it, you know? You build up to it, you know?
I mean, I did build up to it anyway, but
I mean, you said when you hit it, you went a year with an incline bench.
oh yeah, okay.
That's what I mean. Like
Yeah,
you would
but
have a few months of working up to.
I think I'm going to stay away from it absolutely in my training, but there will be a point that's like one of those things, you know, like this really ruined me. I got to conquer that fear again, you know.
I agree. Yeah,
I
100%.
don't know when it's going to be, but it will happen for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Anyways, at Ryan Crowley, and please check him out. Follow him. Follow his journey to full recovery. I'm behind him. Dubai's behind you.
Thank you.
You know, you open a lot of doors from that injury. I think a lot of good is coming your way after that because you're on everyone's radar now. You know, and everyone knows Ryan Crowley.
Yeah, it's definitely changed a lot for me, of course.
Yeah.
And I'm just, as people see, I'm trying to put a positive approach across from it, like making like motivational videos and stuff. It's doing really well, you know. Like some people are like, oh, he's milking it now, but I mean, it's dramatically affected me, and there's a lot of. I noticed so many other people have done the same thing, messaging me, hey dude, I tore my pec here, I tore my pec, I haven't trained since. All this sort of stuff. Like, can you help me? Can you do this? Or watching your posts really helped me get back in the gym. So if I can just provide some value of what I've been going through to help other people, then I'm absolutely going to do it. You know. So just trying to give back as much as I can again, because these people were the ones that helped me, right, to be able to have the surgery. So
Absolutely.
just trying to do everything I can to help. So thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching the video.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you for having me.
And on that note, in just 9 days, May 20th, super match with Schoolboy right-handed here in Dubai at the Carmen Hotel. Pay-per-view match. Click link below to check it out and support to have more matches like it. We're going to try and get the best arm wrestlers we can together with influencers, celebrities. Try and make the sport as big as possible. We need your help to do it. All right.
And I'm going to be there, but I think I'll take him on with my left hand. No, of course he's going to win, so make sure you're there. Make sure you watch, because it's going to be a good time.
You guys will be surprised with the results. That's all I'm going to say. All right. See you guys soon.